Welcome back friends, this is Fraser from FF Art Studio. Welcome back friends to the second part of this child sculpting tutorial in ZBrush. In the first part, as you can see, I have already modeled all the different parts of the body. Okay. In the second part, we'll be joining them, remeshing them and sculpting them. So let's get started. First, we'll hide the eye mesh, okay, so that it doesn't get selected while joining them or merging them. Okay. With the rest of the mesh visible, we'll scroll down in the subtool menu to the merge tab. Under merge, we'll find various options to merge. So merge down is also there, but that will merge one by one. So we'll hit the merge visible option. As you can see, on hitting the merge option, it hasn't updated anything in this document. But if we scroll up to the tool palette, we'll find a merged version of this already there. So we'll select that. As for the eyes, we already have the eyes created in the first part. So we'll just append that. So we'll append the eye once more. Okay. And we'll mirror it to the other side. Yes, keeping everything same. Hit OK. Coming back to the body mesh, as you can see from the wireframe, if we move closer to the body mesh, on merging the parts, it hasn't welded it together. So they are still separate. In order to weld the parts together, we have to use the Dynamesh. So go to the geometry tab. Under that, you'll find the Dynamesh button. I'll make the sub projection and blur 0 and change the resolution to 1024 and hit the Dynamesh button. Once the Dynamesh is done, as you can see, if we smooth out the joints, it now behaves like a single mesh. So now we'll smooth out all the joints and all the welded areas so that the parts become joined and merged seamlessly. Friends, it's a good time to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. Also hit the bell icon that will provide you updates for all my videos and tutorials as I keep posting them. With that done, let's update the Dynamesh and update the topology once more. We'll now start sculpting the character and detail the anatomy a little bit. Let's change the material of the character and choose Polyskin from the material tab. This will give it a better look. Let's change the material for the eye mesh as well. For that, let's first dock the color panel alongside. And once that's done, we'll switch on the MRG button, switch off the Z add button. Let's lock the material and the color for the body mesh by hitting the fill object button. Now coming to the eye, let's select the toy plastic material and hit fill object. Let's resume sculpting the character. For the ears and nose cavity, you can use the masking technique. Mask out the portions you want to get indented or create the holes, and then invert the mask and sculpt inward to create the cavity. With the basic sculpting done, don't forget to update the Dynamesh. Once that's done, it's now time to remesh the character. For remeshing the character, the geometry window under which you'll find the ZRemesher option. I will go with adapt on and keep it same. As you can see, the poly count of the existing mesh is in millions. But once the remesh is done, it will reduce drastically. As you can see from the wireframe, the remeshed version looks much better. But there is a glitch and tone in the mesh, so we can just smooth that out to fix it. This method of remeshing provides you a relatively cleaner mesh and topology, but it's not fit for animation. If you want, you can remesh it once more. This time, I'll turn off the same button and set the target poly count to 50 and hit the remesh button. As you can see on remeshing, the number of poly counts will change. So basically the target poly count gives you a value for the calculation of how many polygons it's going to create. So higher the value of target poly count, more number of polygons are created. Let's remesh the eye mesh now. For remeshing the eye mesh, keep the target polygon count to 5 with the adapt on. We'll turn on the detect edge button and hit the remesh. As you can see, with the detect edge on, it has created polygroups separately for the iris, for the eyeball, and for the pupil. This will help us while polypainting the eye. I will now start polypainting the eye mesh, selecting the pupil first and filling it with a black color. Next, moving on to the iris. If you want to learn how to do the polypainting of this kind of a stylized eyeball of a cartoon character, you can hit the I button above and check out the video where I have shown the entire process of how I do the polypainting of this kind of character. Anyway, as you can see, I have filled the base color for the iris and now I am doing some shading on it. We'll also append another 3D sphere to create a ball to imitate the shine on the eye. This is usually done for cartoon or stylized characters. Create the highlight on the eyes. With that done, as you can see, we haven't done the detailing of the lips area. So it's a good time to do some detailing and define the shape a little better. As you can see, I'm not doing the detailed sculpting in this tutorial. So this tutorial is mainly for teaching you the pipeline and the process of how to create a character in ZBrush, starting from blocking out in the first part to the Dynameshing, remeshing, and doing some basic sculpting and polypainting, so that you can learn the workflow of creating a character in ZBrush when you're doing your personal project as a beginner. Let's polypaint the lips now. We'll make it a little reddish or pinkish kind of tone. Don't forget to switch off the Z add button and turn on the RGB button. So we'll just try to blend the colors by tweaking the RGB intensity. Let's add some highlight or rouge on the cheeks, on the nose, and some other areas on the ears. So this is just a basic polypainting. Just make it a little presentable. If you want, you can do some polypainting on the chest as well for the nipples. This is not a detailed tutorial on polypainting the character. We will have a separate tutorial for polypainting a character in another video. As you can see, I've taken a deep brown color with a small brush and just brushing over, following the reference. So with that done, we are coming to the end of this tutorial, and hope you like this, guys, and you learned something from it. In the next part, I'll show you how to create the eyebrows and the eyelash of this kind of a stylized character. So see you guys in the next part, and keep watching my videos and let me know if you have any comments or queries. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel. That's it. Thanks for being till the end, friends. Goodbye, take care, and stay safe. See you in the next video.